We're back for another instalment of 5 Minutes with Fitzy. Hello, Peter.
Hello, James.
Okay, now we are talking crowds this week because the AFL season gets back underway and we'll be seeing it a few matches, not in Victoria, not in Queensland, but in particular the showdown, Adelaide, Port Adelaide, and some matches with Sydney teams involved. We're talking 2,000 fans in the stands, plus some in the corporate areas as well. Peter, how does it sit with you?
I am confused. I can't follow, particularly with the New South Wales government, whether they're Arthur or Martha, what they're doing. Are they yes, are they no? There seems to be a great inconsistency. As I've said from the beginning, believe it or not, I actually like rugby league, and I've always liked rugby league, and show me an average rugby league game and an average rugby union game, I'll watch the rugby league game. I like watching rugby league and I like following the whole thing. A brilliant game of rugby union, better than rugby league, but don't get me started. But what you've had with New South Wales, who generally, the New South Wales government, generally since the coronavirus has started, has done pretty well. You know, like we've suppressed, we've quelled the bell, we've flattened out, everybody's behaved pretty well. But what my problem with the whole thing has been, everybody was stopped at the traffic lights, as we've said. Gladys Berejiklian, who's done a pretty good job, in the middle. So everybody stop. NRL, yep, you come forward, you come forward. Of all the industries, that's the one that anything they ask for. They ask for stadiums, yep, brand new, state-of-the-art, you bloody beauty. Boutique stadiums, yep, we'll look at that.
Well, the AFL's getting more love this weekend, though, because they've actually got 2,000 in the stands, whereas with the NRL this weekend, it's just corporate areas. And
it's corporate areas.
And it's one person every 4 square metres, so it will be limited.
You'll correct me if I'm wrong. Did we not have the Deputy Premier, John Barilaro, who's the head of the National, saying, this Thursday, bring them on.
He wants to supersise it, but he's not getting his way.
But so on the one hand, here is the inconsistency, and I don't understand the inconsistency. On the one hand, the government has said, with the protest movement, okay, Black Lives Matter, if you've got more than 10 people in a protest movement, police, if you had to, no joke, if you had to find a way, if you and I put our heads together and say, how could we get some ugly scenes in Martin Place or outside Central Station to get it to be a bit like America? What will we do? I've got it. We'll ban the protest movement. That's the best chance to put the police in the front line. So on the one hand, you've got the New South Wales government saying, absolutely not, we're not going to have more than 10 protesters, Black Lives Matter. On the other hand, you got the Deputy Premier. What was he saying? 40,000. We'll put them in the Olympic Stadium.
83,500
we'll set them
seats.
apart. 40,000. Is there, James? Is there anything wrong with this picture? Can you see anything wrong with this picture? Another thing.
But he hasn't got his way though, Peter.
I know he hasn't, but what's he doing? Okay, there's an inconsistency of the message. Another thing. I am a lizard. I play for the Lizards in the basketball team, and we have not played for 2 or 3 months. And at the final game, we thought this is probably the final game, and we were right. So just now, the New South Wales government has announced...
the Lizards can come back?
They haven't announced the Lizards, but they've said community sport. So I immediately texted, the president of the Northern Suburbs Basketball Association, are we back? And he says, it seems so, we're trying to work it all out. But again, the New South Wales government has said, as I understand it, you can play community sport, but you can't go in the stands, and everybody that's standing on the side, you've got to give your name. What? Hang on. So, if I understand it correctly, again the way it works, if 10 of us have got a protest, no, can't do it. If we say no, but we're heading towards the NRL state, okay, off we go. If we are people heading towards watching the Lizards play. No. But do we want to be one of 20,000 or 40,000, according to John Barilaro, to go to the stadium? That's okay. But can you not concede?
Do you have an issue with 2,000 fans in the general seating area?
Look, I was interested in that guy last night. Again, for people not watching the Sydney news, there was a guy that runs a function centre. Did you see him last night? And he said, well, bugger this is ridiculous. We're open for business. We're not going to obey anything. And that's because of the inconsistency. What I don't get is why it is always the NRL that is waved through has always have their case pushed, and the rest of us can go and get nicked as far as I can
state by state, it's very different though. The AFL this
weekend. But on the issue of the 2,000, I feel for the people that run the pubs and the clubs and the function centres and the rest of it, and the cafe. So the cafe that I go to, I think usually it's got a maximum of 50. Now it's 25 because everybody's socially distanced.
It's pretty busy when I popped in there.
That's right. Okay. But they've taken the tables out. But what I can't understand is how they can keep those all shut down or very severe limits, but the NRL goes through. And I want you to explain, but we're out of time. I've saved you.
You've had your 5 minutes. It was a fun ride. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
5 minutes for Fitzy.